What's up, everybody? You already know who it is. It's Dribble Guy Daryl, and I'm back at you guys with another banger. So, in today's video, I will be giving you guys my predictions for the conference semifinals for the Eastern and Western Conference. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough time this week to, just break down every matchup individually. So with that being said, I will just do a breakdown of all of them together and give you guys my thoughts on which team will win and which teams will lose. Now, this video will be a little different from other videos, so if you guys do enjoy this new format, if you feel like it brings a little more to the actual video, if you enjoy it more, then just let me know in the comments down below. Put a fire emoji or something like that. And without further ado, let's switch over and let's get right into it. All right, so to start off, let's bring it over to the Western Conference because I feel like these two matchups over here will be the most interesting matchups. They really could go either way, but we'll start off with the matchup between the OKC Thunder and the Dallas Mavericks. So, as we know, the OKC Thunder, they made quick work of the Pelicans. They 4-0'd them, easy sweep, and the Mavs, they went 4-2 against the Clippers. Now, me personally, I think that the Thunder will win this matchup. The reason I think the Thunder will win this matchup is just because of the matchups that the players will have against each other. As we know, the Thunder, they do have Chet, and with them having Chet, it'll bring some more space between, it'll space out the floor much more when it comes to the OKC Thunder and their offense. Also, that brings Gafford away from the basket. So, like I said, that definitely opens the floor up more. And I think Chet will be one of the main focal points when it comes to this OKC Thunder's offense, just because he can really, affect the spacing of the floor and just affect the Dallas Mavericks defense as a whole. So I think Chet will definitely be an important piece within this series. Another reason I got the Thunder winning is just because I do believe defensively they're just a better team. They have a lot of long athletic guards. You got SGA, who's pretty athletic. You also have a dog when it comes to Luguentz Dort, if you really want to focus on the defensive side of the floor. And I think he could definitely slow down a player like Kyrie Irving. Luguentz Dort, he is pretty quick on his feet, and he definitely is a bigger guard, so he won't get muscled, things of that nature. Also, if you want to go more offensively, you got Jalen Williams. I know he's a small forward, but he still got some size to him, and he can still move his feet as well. Josh Giddey, he plays decent defense as well. And I think, just them having an abundance of, long, athletic guards who can also shoot and, make offense of their own, I think that that's going to be a problem against this Dallas Mavericks team. Now, just to switch over to the Dallas Mavericks, we do know that this Dallas Mavericks team, they do got Luka Doncic. And Luka Doncic, he's been on a tear, man. He's been on a tear. And I think the thing is, can you slow down Luka Doncic? Like I was saying before, me personally, I think that this OKC Thunder team, just their roster, with them having so many, solid small forwards and guards, and most of their guards and small forwards having some decent size, I think that they will be able to slow down that Dallas Mavericks team. So with that being said, I got the OKC Thunder taking this series in 6. Now let's switch over to the Minnesota Timberwolves versus the Denver Nuggets. Now, as we know, when it comes to this squad over here, man, the Minnesota Timberwolves, they 4-0'd the Suns, man. Made easy work of them, cooked them. And when it comes to the Nuggets, they 4-1 the Lakers, a gentleman's sweep. Now, I think this will be the most exciting series within the semifinals of the playoffs. And I got the Timberwolves upsetting the defending champions. I know a lot of people not gonna like this, but once again, I got them upsetting the Denver Nuggets. Now, I don't know why I feel like that's going to happen, but I just got a feeling, man. I got a feeling. Now, I know, once again, like I was saying, the stats don't necessarily say that the Timberwolves will win. Similar to what I was saying when it comes to Chet against this Dallas Mavericks team who has Gafford, it'll be similar when it comes to the Timberwolves. Nikola Jokic, his presence on the floor will definitely space out the floor and move Rudy Gobert from the paint. So that's where I think that the Denver Nuggets have an edge. At the same time, the Timberwolves, they're so diverse because they have a player like Cat who can pretty much do the same thing as Jokic. Not the passing, but when it comes to the offensive capabilities, he can literally do the same thing. He can space the floor. He can pull Jokic from the paint, and then it's just a style matchup because let's keep it real, man. Do you really think Aaron Gordon can guard Cat? Me personally, I don't. I think Cat is a little too big for him. Do you really think that Porter can guard Cat? Me personally, I don't think so neither. So with that being said, that's why I got the Timberwolves winning. It's the style matchups. Like I was saying, of course they do got Nikola Jokic, a former MVP, and he could definitely change the tide of it, but I just got the feeling that the Timberwolves will end up taking this series. Now, I do think it'll be a close series. I got it in 7, Timberwolves in 7, and man, my question is, who will be able to slow down Anthony Edwards, man? Anthony Edwards, he has size, but he also has speed too. You don't want Jamal Murray trying to guard him. Michael Porter, he a little too slow. I don't think KCP can really guard him. I think KCP a little too thin. And like I was saying, that's why I think that it's really going to come down to, the different matchups when players get picked off of letters or when they switch. And I think that the Minnesota Timberwolves, they can definitely exploit more matchups than the Denver Nuggets. But that's what I got when it comes to the Western Conference. Now let's move over to the Eastern Conference. Let's start off with the Pacers versus the Knicks. As we know with the Pacers, they 4-2'd the Bucks. And when it comes to the Knicks, they 4-2'd the 76ers. Now, me personally, I got the Pacers with the upset. Now, the reason I have the Indiana Pacers winning is just because I believe that the Indiana Pacers are a more balanced team. Now, as we know, when it comes to the New York Knicks, the focal point on that team is Jalen Brunson. If you can't stop Jalen Brunson, then more than likely you will lose. But the thing about that is that, let's be real, no player is perfect, and most players, they tend to have a series where they're going crazy, and then also a series where they start to get in a slump. And I think that's what's going to happen when it comes to this series right here. I think Tyrese Halliburton, he will be able to, mitigate some of the offense that, Jalen Brunson packs on this Indiana team. But I just think that, the Pacers are more balanced. Also, you got Pascal Siakam, a player that can definitely cause some problems for that New York Knicks team. Also, Miles Turner, a player who can somewhat space the floor and is a good shot blocker. So, with that being said, that's who I got in that series. In the final series, it is the Celtics versus the Cavaliers. But before I get to that, I got Pacers in 6. But now, the Celtics versus the Cavaliers, who I got in this series. So in this series, I got the Celtics with another gentleman sweep. As we know, the Celtics, they gentleman swept the Heat, 4-1 series. And when it came to the Cavaliers, they barely made it, man, against the Magic in a 4-3 series. And I think that the Celtics in this series, they'll just show that it's levels. And with them showing that it's levels, I think that they will end up gentlemen sweeping the Cavs. The Cavs, they'll get one game, based off of just Donovan Mitchell and his greatness and, just the team overall. But I think that the Celtics, them having some pretty big guards and small forwards that could definitely take advantage of the littler guards when it comes to the Cavs team. I think that's definitely going to be a problem when it comes to the Cavs defense. I think that, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, they're just going to take advantage of the size of the Cavaliers. You got Donovan Mitchell playing as a guard. They're definitely going to take advantage of him. Also, their point guard as well, they're definitely going to take advantage of him. So I think that's really what's going to be a problem. Another problem will be that they got Kristaps Porzingis. Kristaps Porzingis, he can space the floor, so that forces the best shot blocker on their team, aka Jared Allen, to get away from that paint. So with that being said, it just opens everything up for the Celtics. So I got them winning 4-1. But hey, you already know, man. If you enjoyed this video, you already know what to do. Like the video, comment on the video, subscribe to the motherfucking channel, turn on notifications and all that good stuff, and I'm out. Peace.